Hey guys, and welcome to Saraphimknight Plays AlternativA. This is a point-and-click adventure game developed by Centauri Production and published by Bohemia Interactive. It's got a really cool sci-fi story from what I understand, and I've kind of wanted to play it for a while. Just so happens, one of my really good friends decided to buy me a copy. So, with all that out of the way, let's jump right in. We are not going to do hard, because that seems like that's a bad idea. Mainly because, as awesome as it kinda could be, I don't see a real point in playing hard. So yeah.
Richard Rojek, and without a card, correct?
I want to go back into the industrial district. What? You piece of junk? Why did you take my card? What's going on here?
Unable to acknowledge. You don't have a card.
Yes, I noticed. You just grabbed it from my hand. I'm asking you one more time. Why?
Endora Company doesn't have any work for you. You are unemployed. You have no need to visit any other place than the slums.
All right, but why can't I go back in quickly and try to come to terms with them? To get my job back. If I don't do anything, I'll just kick the bucket somewhere under the bridge.
For the sake of your safety and others, please don't disagree. You've shown signs of aggressive behavior before. The means of deactivation, or death if you wish, kick the bucket, are correct.
And where should I get a card? It won't just appear in my hands all of a sudden.
In case you are accepted, you'll be notified immediately. Don't worry.
And who will tell me? And where? All the offices are in the other districts.
One of the androids. That's why we are here, to assist and protect.
All right, what the hell? I'm going home.
Not acknowledged. You're not allowed to enter the high-level railway.
What? Why?
Your travel pass credit is fully spent. You are not allowed to enter the high-level railway.
So, should I walk or what?
Acknowledged.
Well, thanks. Bye.
Alrighty. We're already off to a good start. So it just so happens I've done this part probably about 30 times thanks to video recording and failing. So I kinda at least know where to go right now. Turns out, we, being the wonderful troublemaker that we are, who punches a robot and then somehow expects them to then be nice to us, need to get home, and we're going to try to do so by illegally filling our pass. Sounds like a great idea, right?
There's a biohazard symbol on the side of the container, and the green stuff inside definitely looks unpleasant. Something's gleaming between those barrels.
It also just happens
At least that's one thing that's left from my last employment.
we have a glove. How awesome. So we can get whatever's between the barrels.
Hope the glove is durable enough. Look at that. A sharp and clean metal rod.
Yes. Sharp and clean it is. So let's go ahead and look over here at the damaged tram. Let's go look at this box.
Just boxes and a lot of dirt.
But guess what? I can put my hand in it.
There might be something useful there. Almost a full roll of tape. Might come in handy.
New inventory has been added. What do you know?
It seems sturdy. I hope it can take something.
Look at the tape. Look at the rod.
A metal rod with sharp edges. It's hard to hold.
Good to know. Now why is all this important? Well, I'll tell you. So we're going to come in here, and if he's interested in something, he'll try to find out more using the database in the PDA, where an article is added. Yes, that's fine and all. We don't care about that right now. So yeah, I really haven't gotten that far in this due to crashing and the whatnot and the like, but I think I finally got it running stable. I can't use PlayClaw for this one because, well, it doesn't like it. Tends to cause the thing just to crash.
A sturdy but damaged lid. Maybe I could tear it off.
Alright, so if we do this...
Now I can hold the rod
You
properly.
can hold the rod.
Maybe I could pry it open. Let's hope nobody sees me.
And then we can pry open this transit terminal. Now why, may you ask, we're prying open this transit terminal? You know, to charge our card.
That's the stuff for charging the travel passes. I've never seen it spilled like that, and it probably won't stay this way forever.
So interestingly enough, there's some kind of chemical residue which is used to travel, or to charge the travel passes.
I'm going to try to get some of this stuff on the rod. Something stayed on, but the stuff is almost solid now.
Oh, we can't actually do anything with it. Fear not, there is more to this than meets the eye. We'll go this way. And we'll go up to the gate. We'll ignore the robots, because they're bad for you. Go up to the container over here. I'm gonna go into the back alley. We are going to run up here to the fire.
It's quite hot around the flame. Maybe the stuff will melt. It's hot, but the stuff isn't melting. A liquid green slime. Perfect! The stuff went to the right spot, and it will stay there.
Now, what you need to notice, it said the stuff wasn't melting in the voiceover, but it said it was in the text, and it obviously did melt. So, I don't know. There's a couple discrepancies here, but ain't no biggie. So now that we have a transit pass, we can actually, you know, get on the tram. Before anything too interesting happens, though, we're gonna save. I'm gonna overrun my previous save. Yes. And now we're getting somewhere new. So yeah, if you couldn't tell, the whole theme is kind of this dystopian cyberpunk future theme. And, of course, you know, robot overlords, evil giant super corporations, dystopian future. You know, the works.
He left the TV on again? He really drives me mad. Damn it, Andy. Get up.
What? What the hell are you doing?
You can't even turn off the TV?
Huh? What pissed you off so much?
Well, where to start? Andy, we're unemployed. They took away my card, and the cards of the others from our team too. They say the construction has been halted.
What? Have you gone mad? Why would the construction halt? And even if it did, why wouldn't they give us our other damn work? We're two of the better ones.
I don't know. Nobody knows anything, only those bastards from Andorra. Androids don't want to let me into the industrial district, let alone the government district. It's no go. We can only wait. But I'm not feeling very patient.
What do you mean? What do you want to do?
I'll go and find them. They're my only hope. This establishment has taken too much from me. Those fat cat bastards took my family, the most valuable thing I ever had. And now Andorra wants to take my life? I'm not going to give it up so easily.
Is this a joke? You've gone crazy, haven't you? What are you gonna do? What's all this bullshit?
The Resistance. They're our only hope. They'll be able to do something to find out what happened. Find out why they just struck us off.
Yeah, you've gone crazy. Look, the answer's simple. We don't exist for them. We're nothing. They don't have to confess anything. And the Resistance? What would you offer them? A single, suicidal man? And also, how do you plan to find them? Are you gonna go and ask an android for the way to the nearest Resistance center? Oh, why not? No. But my idea of perfect suicide is a lot different.
Tom, he might know. Besides, at least I'll be doing something.
Look, maybe I haven't been fired, right? Maybe you're the only one with no work. They could have something for me, and that would mean I don't have to turn up with my toes.
Can you hear yourself? Do you see what they're doing to us? They're setting us against ourselves. We can't let that happen. And moreover, the construction was going great. We worked till we dropped. All was done as soon as possible, and they were ready to pay us extra. And now they halt it?
And even if I was fired, maybe I would be able to talk around the androids. There haven't been any problems with me ever. I've never made any trouble like you. They'll let me out of here, maybe with an escort. I'll beg them. I've always been good at it.
Damn, Andy, listen. You can't do that. It just isn't possible. They sacked the whole construction team. And if you try to go past the androids, you'll get killed.
That's still a better idea than yours.
Andy, sometimes I think you're completely insane.
Yeah, okay, so it looks like there's some kind of, resistance faction here. And I guess they're fighting against the evil Andorra overlords or something. Ooh, a knife.
My old knife. I don't even know where I got it.
We're gonna take it.
Old pliers. Interestingly, quite worn out.
Why is that interesting? But anyhow, so, our jobs suck, but we're doing really good, and then we got fired, and now he's like, oh, I'll go ask the Resistance why we got fired. That makes perfect sense. I'm not quite sure if that really makes sense.
Andorra advertisement. I don't believe this. Sometimes I don't get Andy. Completely full waste bin. Maybe I could empty it.
Let's empty it.
Ugh! No way!
Well, fine then. Let's go to Andy's bed. Hey, look, there's a remote.
Remote for our great TV. A vintage car of Andy's dreams. He used to tell me about it so much. I don't think a car like that could function anymore.
Oh, that sucks. Too bad.
Andy's mess. I'm not going to dig through it.
Really?
It's just junk, and it's not mine.
But this is an adventure game. You should be stealing everything possible that is not nailed down.
It doesn't work. The batteries in it leaked out and made a terrible mess. When Andy put new batteries inside, they got stuck in there.
Okay, so we have a useless television remote too, that we just happen to keep for some reason.
Our old TV. Sometimes it even works. It can only be turned on by remote.
Wait. So, but the remote doesn't work.
I'm not going to turn it on. There's never anything on. The remote isn't working anyway. The batteries leaked out, and when Andy changed them, they stuck to the surface. I think it should have been cleaned first, but Andy's a mess.
Well, okay then.
Waste of time. The batteries are stuck tight. I hope I can get them out. It wasn't easy, but the batteries are out. I might as well throw the remote away, though.
Oh, we got batteries. Well, that could be useful for something. No, quite what. So apparently you can't die in this game, though, so given that, we should take our opportunities to save. That and also to prevent losing progress due to horrible crashes. Well, I guess that's everything in here. Nothing else to see. Let's go outside. Street behind the house. Garbage. More garbage. Go to the bar. You can move with some urgency, dude.
Garbage and mess. Since the cleaning robot stopped working, it's been horrific. I don't think I can find anything useful in here.
Well, I bet you could, if you put your mind to it. But that's okay. That's fine. Anything in the old wrecked car? Maybe.
This used to be a hit. Times just change. I'm not going to take a ride in that.
I didn't want you to take a ride. I wanted you to do something else. But we're gonna go to the bar.
Hi, Tom.
You don't have to say anything. Rumors spread fast.
I'm a dead man. And who told you anyway?
You know, I have my sources. But that's none of your business. Why did you make such a fuss about it all? It's gonna get you into trouble.
And what would you do? Would you just give them your card? You taught me otherwise, remember?
Yeah, that's true. But I also told you that a turtle always hides inside its shell when things heat up. And maybe that's what you should do, boy. Instead of arguing and fighting.
What would you do?
What would you do in my position?
Well, I sure as hell wouldn't go nuts like you. There's a solution for every situation. Some are better, some worse. If you give me a while, maybe I'll think something up.
And what?
Come on, don't I tell you all the time not to stick your nose where it doesn't belong?
Andy left to the androids.
Andy went out somewhere. He wants to try to fool the androids or something.
I've always known he's crazy as a loon. If he's not dead already, he will be soon. At the very least, he'll get imprisoned. Why, at least he's not gonna bother you and spoil your life anymore.
Come on, Tom.
You're right.
Can't something be...
Can't. I would do anything for you. Your parents wouldn't forgive me for doing otherwise. Your father helped me many times, and you're like a son to me. But that little shit doesn't deserve anything other than this mess. Just don't try to help him. You're not in a position to negotiate. And if you try something, you'll end up worse than him.
Well, okay then.
My parents surely didn't imagine this. This whole situation. And these times.
Your parents didn't imagine a lot of things. And this was one of them. And most of all, they didn't expect you were going to be raised by a fellow like me.
You've been a good teacher to me.
Your mother would think otherwise.
Oh, how's business?
What about your business? Isn't it going well?
Did Andy tell you to ask these silly questions? You know for yourself how great I do. How many people in the slums can afford to buy a drink? I'll answer myself. 1. And there are about 300 people living in the neighborhood. That's not much, is it?
So why did you set up the bar then?
How many times have I told you already? It was in different times. The business was going well then. But then the state enforced new reforms for cities and citizens. Proclaimed reform politics. And the business went to hell.
What's up with that girl?
I saw a young lady leaving this place some time ago. Did you have a great time?
When?
Several days ago. She's quite tall, well-developed, young.
Shut up. You know nothing. You've never seen her. Got it?
Yeah, sure.
That's better.
I know you know the resistance activists.
Son, your parents left you in my care. But they didn't say a word about me sending you to your death. And you won't hear a word from me about that until your dad rises from his grave and tells me I should tell you.
Try to persuade, set an example, mention the father.
What would you do in my position? Wait until somebody helps? Or would you try to get out of the problems yourself?
But now you want me to help you.
React calmly.
I only want your advice. A small hint that would set me on the right track.
But you know, the question is whether that path is really the right one. I know for sure it isn't. It's a path where you're gonna lose your head. So it's no path at all.
Well, okay then.
Local regular. Seems to always be here.
What's up, dude?
Is that you again?
Excuse me? Well, maybe you're right. I almost got the wrong address on my card.
So where do you get the money for booze, dude?
Where do you get all the money you drink away?
I help the state. You know, all those little services, do this, do that.
But I thought you opposed the establishment.
Yeah, that's true. But not with the state. It has only brought us welfare and peace. I oppose Endura and Theolax. They're the evil that's destroying us. Those androids of theirs and all their other technology, the state just tries to calm it down, to correct everything. Even I joined the fight against them.
Listen, you two, what are you whispering about over there?
Nothing, old friend. The youngster's trying to squeeze some wisdom out of me.
Ha! The right one indeed. He'll get nothing but beer.
Why don't you ever go home, dude?
Why don't you go home sometimes?
Home? Please, remind me. What exactly does that mean?
What do you mean? Well, to your family. I mean, you do have one, don't you? I saw you browsing some photos of your daughter and wife once, and you've spoken about them with Tom many times.
Son, I had a family. That's right. I had a family until an android from Theolax showed up. He came to our home. They said he had to check something. I was in work then. My wife got frightened and leapt to the phone. She wanted to call me. The android went to and threw her against the wall. My daughter jumped on him. She wanted to help her mother. He killed them both. According to the report, it was a mistake. That damn tin box reputedly evaluated the phone as some paralyzer or something. Well, Theolax simply swept it under the carpet. I'm gonna stand up to them one day and have my revenge.
But the android belonged to the state, so...
Yes, to the state, but it wasn't the state's fault. It was the fault of the android. He said it to me.
Who?
It doesn't matter. Let's just say it was one of the investigators. And he was damn good.
But
what? Goddamn, Theolax and Endura will pay for killing my family, and the state's gonna help me with it.
Well, okay then.
Richard, there's no point. He'll speak that way forever. Just let him be.
Oh,
I'd better go now.
Okay, you know where to find me.
good for you, dude. That looked like something on the floor. Jukebox. Let's examine the jukebox.
Great old thing. You can even download music from it.
Really?
It's partially broken, so it can't be controlled directly. It's an old model without voice control. Waste of time.
Can't be controlled directly.
Not like that. I don't need anything in here.
Well, aren't you just completely useless? Alright, well. Tom doesn't want to help me. Guess we can go... We can see if there's anything at the station. Oh. So I can go to Richard's apartment or gate G14, which is where I came from. No, we're not going to either of those places. Those places are silly. Let's go to the street behind the house.
Another broken android. There are many of them around here. Although, this one seems quite well preserved. I might get some useful components from it. It's of no use doing anything with it. It won't last for long anyway.
Can I use my pliers? I want to use my pliers on the android. Apparently not. How about a knife? No? Got some batteries. Nope. Okay, fine. You don't want to salvage any parts, obviously. Don't see anything else anywhere else at the moment besides getting closer to the warehouse.
Old technology. Probably belongs to the warehouse. Probably out of order.
Fine. What's up here? A drain. Old warehouse. Another digger.
Old technology. Probably belongs to the warehouse.
Probably the exact same thing, huh?
Probably out of order.
Yeah. What about this drain over here?
Cover for the drain. Holds fast. Holds tight. Can't do anything with my bare hands.
Yeah, pliers aren't gonna work on that.
Last time I was in this warehouse, I was a little kid. Last time I was in this warehouse...
Well, okay. So last time you were in a warehouse, you were a little kid. Doesn't help us with anything. Nobody's at the bar. So that isn't useful. Guess we go see if our friend decided to, you know, get greased. Oh, so it has a little cinematic it plays whenever you go back and forth between things. That's kind of cool. Hey, buddy old pal. I'm going to save before I interact with you because you are probably going to get murdered. Or you're going to almost get me murdered. Let's approach the gate.
Andy must be crazy. I don't know if he's awaiting a miracle or death, because that's all he can expect. You can't talk over an android. How's the negotiating going?
Well, a guy was here a moment ago who seemed to be in command of the androids. I'll wait till he shows up again.
Andy, I've told you before, and I'm telling you again. Don't act like a fool.
Look, you see your chance in that resistance of yours, but I think I'm the one who's right. Those may be only walking metal boxes, but someone has to command them. And whoever that is will notice me eventually.
Really? And what do you think he'll do then? He'll lock you up, or worse.
Sir, I've identified the keyword resistance in your speech. Do you happen to have some information about that illegal organization?
No, you misunderstand me. Persistence. I was saying he's being persistent.
All right, sir. But don't hesitate to inform us if you know anything.
Sure. To assist and to protect. I know.
Exactly so, sir.
Stop persuading me! Go to those phantoms of yours.
Well, okay. You can, get wrecked, buddy. If they eat you, it's not my fault. Well, okay. Nothing more down here other than that flame, which doesn't do anything for us. So I guess we leave Andy to his own devices. He wants to screw up his life, that's his deal. Not ours. Nothing over there, nothing over here. Man, they really let this place go to hell. Everything's all wrecked and shit. Apparently they can't afford to do nothing useful anyway.
I can't mess with the terminal right now. I'll wait for the train to leave.
Well, it doesn't matter at this point. Alright, well, we're gonna go back to my apartment, I guess. At least the train still works right. Do I just go back home then? I mean, there's not a lot else to look at. Guess I'll go back home.
My favorite and only bed. My favorite and only bed.
Yeah, I realized that, dude. I'm apparently missing something. Well, I guess I could try negotiating with Tom again? Did I miss any tools in here or anything? No, I don't miss any tools. We don't bet our parents are part of some resistance thing or something, just because. They're like, oh, that's actually what your parents would have wanted. Probably not, but probably so. Seems to be the standard trope. Alright.
Tom.
Set an example, mention the father.
If you stood above an abyss, people with knives were running after you and wanted to torture you, would you wait for them?
I know where you're heading, but
Answer me, please.
I would jump.
And why?
Free choice.
You see? That's my decision too. I want to jump. I don't want to be dragged around and cut to pieces.
Fine. As you wish. I'll think about it. And maybe I'll talk about you with some people. I know they would like you. But I don't want to see you dead. The problem is that the parable of yours has a flaw. If you jumped into an abyss with a trampoline at the bottom, one that fired you back up closer to those fellows, that wouldn't help much, would it?
But it's still better, don't you think?
Better go now. I have to think about it.
Well, okay then. Should we go home? Yeah, we've already figured that's your choice, dude. We going back to our apartment?
My favorite and only bed.
Okay. Kinda wonder what I'm supposed to do at the moment. We already talked to Andy.
Last time I was in this where?
Yeah, I know, dude. Well, Tom's supposed to think about it. Do we have to do something while he thinks about it? Are we supposed to do something else? Kinda wondering what I'm missing here.
Tom.
Have you decided?
If I ever do, I'll let you.
I see one of your best barflies has favored you with his presence again.
Yeah? Without him, this place would be as empty as a broken glass. He's been doing nothing but drinking since he lost his family.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
I don't know exactly what happened, but he blames Thelex and Andorra. And on the contrary, he still defends the state. I don't know where he gets all that bullshit, and I don't care either.
You don't mind a bit?
Mind what? That he's a lunatic? Nah. He always falls asleep just before he manages to share his opinions with somebody anyway.
I'm leaving. I can't just stand here.
Well, don't get yourself into something you can't handle.
Guess we could go back and talk to Andy? Maybe time has moved forward over there. And if it hasn't, I guess we'll just have to call it here until I kind of figure out what the hell's going on.
Andy must be crazy. because
Yeah,
that's-
yeah, I know.
Andy, don't do it.
Let me alone, will ya? It's none of your business.
Andy,
Let me alone.
Well, okay. You're gonna do whatever it is you're gonna do, and I'm going to still not know what it is I should be doing. Okay, guys, I guess we're just gonna head back to the, head back home for now, and then, guess I'll figure out something. Maybe I should just turn on the TV and hope something interesting happens while we're waiting to pass the time with, Tom making his decision about whether or not we join the resistance and all. Anyhow. Yep. Well, until I can figure that out. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.